Activity codes in Primavera P6. Like we have project codes, similarly we also have activity codes. The activity code is an enterprise specific data. So to create the activity codes, we can go to enterprise and choose activity codes. We have global, EPS and project. So if you go to global, we have some activity code. If it is not visible, then choose display, go to filter and choose all values. So this will display some activity codes with respect to activity code type. Or we can choose departments, the departments such as engineering, purchasing, information, another activity code such as go, no go, yes or no. So this is at the global level. Similarly, we can have activity codes at the level of enterprise project structure or specific to the project. For our project, we do not have any activity codes because we have not created any. And here, as you can see, the display all values filter has been enabled. So I'm going to go to the modify here and I'm going to add an activity code, and I'm going to say we are going to have activity code with respect to group, or I can say group code. Now what is this grouping? We are going to do grouping with respect to requirement, design, analysis or testing, like that. You can also do grouping with respect to location. For example, you can say these are the activities which will be executed in North America. These are the activities which will be executed in East Asia. These are the activities which will be executed in Australia or India. So we added it, then I'm going to close. Now when I added it, as you can see, automatically after closing we have this activity code coming here, that is group code. Next I am going to add some groups code here. So I'll say add. Let us, the first one is we are saying this is requirement, and I'll say requiem, and we have the code value that we have is with respect to requirements related. We'll say requirements related. Color coding also you can give. I'm going to keep the default color coding. So here also, if it is not visible to you, you can expand this one and you can also drag below. You can do that. Then after that requirement, I'm going to add another one, that is say this is design related. So I'll say design, and it is, I'll do a copy here and I'll say paste here and I'll say design related. After design, we are going to add another one, let us say design, then we'll have test and I'll say test here. Again we have already copied, so I'll say test instead of requirement, I'll say test. Again I'm going to add, so after test we also have delivery, so I'll say delivery related. The code value will be delivery related. The one is code value, one is description. The description will be delivery related. Now we have added the codes, so I'm going to close it and I'm going to apply the codes to the activities. So I'm going to drag it to the right, and also I'm going to take this divider and move it to the left because we need only the activity IDs. And here in the column we'll have another column called the activity code. So I'll right click and choose columns here, or we can go to the top layout here, and here the layout part we can choose the columns, and from here you can see global is there, activity codes, project is there. I'm going to choose the activity codes for project. We have created the group code. I'm going to select total float and move it to right so that it comes after total float, and I'll say OK. Now group code came up. So we have, again sorting will do with respect to activity ID. I just sorted, as you can see here. Now here we have, let us say travel to on-site, we are going to have this is requirement. Then again we have this is related to requirement again. PRD approval, this is related to requirements. Here too again requirements. Then we have requirements. Then we have design and development. So design and development, for this one I'm going to say design, this is the code. This one I'm going to again say design code. The next one for phase 2 design again. Here again we have design. So like that you keep on assigning the codes to the respective activities. Then after design we have testing. So here again I'll add for test. So here again I'm going to add the test. Again the test. And below that we are going to add for some more, let us say delivery work. So delivery works, here I'm going to say it is delivery related. Now what is the advantage of having group code? We can summarize the data and visualize the data. So you can apply for grouping, sorting, filtering or summarizing. Now for that I'll go to the layout toolbar and choose this group and sort by. The default grouping and sorting is with respect to the WBS level. So here I'm going to type Z. It takes me directly to group code, and I'm going to sort or group by and sorting with respect to the group code, and I'll say OK. When I say OK, as you can see, the activity that we have, the grouping that we did, they have got grouped with respect to the group code. So these are the activities we have for requirement. Then we have for design, then we have for testing, then we have for delivery related, and no group code because we have not assigned any grouping. That is why no group code is there. Here also you can assign in the individual at the individual level. So this is how you create activity codes for the activities and assign those codes to the activities.